Time and time again, Metroid is in an odd position for Smash. The series receives comparatively little content compared to more relevant IPs like Fire Emblem and fellow long runners such as Kirby. The previous entry on the 3DS and Wii U was particularly harsh to some, relegating Ridley to a stage hazard and Dark Samus to assist trophy. DLC has brought nothing more than a Samus costume for the Mii Gunner as well. There is hope for the future, however. Ridley is indeed the king of Smash requests, but someone else has been rising from obscurity, one who could avoid the issues that prevented Ridley and Dark Samus from joining the battle. Today we will make a case for the Ensemble Dark Horse Hunter, Sylux. Sylux is a bounty hunter from the Metroid franchise who debuted in Metroid Prime Hunters, a spin-off to the Metroid Prime trilogy, and is the most fleshed out new character from said game. Sylux is described as a renegade of the Galactic Federation, harboring a hatred for them and by extension, Samus Aran. Sylux wields technology stolen from the former, with an electric weapon, a suit of armor, and the Delano 7, a gunship themed after said armor at its disposal. Its gender and species remains uncertain, though it is currently said to be male, as is the source of its anger and desire to crush the Federation. Like the other bounty hunters from Metroid Prime Hunters, Sylux was drawn to the Olympic Cluster in hopes of locating the ultimate power, not knowing it was a ruse by Hunter's main antagonist, Guriya. Despite having its life drained by Guriya and the Oblite, Sylux was later revived and escaped, both instances occurring when Samus defeated the creature. Its last known appearance, not shown in full but heavily implied to be the character, was after the Master Brain was destroyed in Metroid Prime Federation Force, hatching a Metroid egg captured by the Federation and leaving the game on a cliffhanger. Metroid has been passed over for a new character in Smash for various reasons. Ridley was relegated to a boss twice because of creative difficulties regarding the character, and while no official reason exists for Dark Samus as an assist trophy, it's possible she was seen as too similar to Samus design-wise, or not relevant enough for inclusion, seeing as the most recent Metroid title at the time was Other M. Sylux avoids all of these issues due to being the size of a regular character, said roadblock for Ridley, being confirmed for use in at least one future game, and being distinct to Samus in design and armaments. These latter two may have impeded Dark Samus, those being lack of relevancy and distinction due to being a literal clone. Metroid likewise has the benefit of being a series that fans consistently request more content for, especially characters. If Sakurai's stance on Ridley is unchanged, Sylux can become a plausible choice without much trouble. Sylux checks out on some of the known selection criteria as well. The character must display personality in their game. Sylux is shown to be aggressive in the intro to Hunters, demonstrated on a Galactic Federation Marine, followed by a roar towards the sky, showing an almost feral, aggressive mentality. When faced with Guriya, it also displays a sense of fear. While this is limited, it is something compared to its contemporaries. It's important to have something only that character can do. With Sylux's default weapons, it has a life-leeching ranged weapon and stationary nodes that form explosive tripwires. By taking from the source material's multiplayer component, thus exercising some creative liberty that logistically doesn't go against the nature of the character, Sylux could also have such tools as a sniper rifle, ice shotgun, and lobbing projectiles, of which only the lobbing projectiles are in Smash currently, owned by the Mii Gunner, thus giving potential for Sylux to stand out. Potential development issues and game balance is also taken into some consideration. Nothing about Sylux could cause any evident development issues if planned out. The presence of several projectile-heavy characters like Mega Man and the Mii Gunner show that there isn't a problem balancing them relative to the cast despite their large variety of weapons. Distribution among the franchises is also taken into consideration. Relative to Nintendo's major long-lasting series, Metroid has a low amount of characters in comparison, equal to Donkey Kong in 2, below Kid Icarus and Kirby at 3, and evidently below Zelda at 5, Fire Emblem and Pokemon, 6 for both, and Mario, 7 barring sub-franchises like Yoshi and Wario. All of this said, however, Sylux has problems of its own, which we will touch upon for the sake of fairness. Sylux has several notable flaws, unfortunately. Most importantly, it has not had a non-cameo appearance since Metroid Prime Hunters, making the character obscure despite its confirmed revival. Requests for characters in similar scenarios to Sylux are not uncommon, but relevancy is still a roadblock. not to mention one heavily based on timing in the context of Smash development. Moreover, Sylux really is still a minor figure in the Metroid canon. Its added emphasis in Hunters, indirect cameo in Corruption, implied appearance in Federation Force, and producer Kensuke Tanabe's statements place it far above Hunters' also 5 variants, and by extension, the Corruption trio of Hunters, but it's no Ridley or Dark Samus either. While obscure newcomers are not a new thing in Smash, they should be added primarily on the basis of buffing their home series, especially when Smash has so many different avenues for representation. Nevertheless, these flaws are only temporary. Sylux's next proper appearance will come eventually, as Federation Force has left the story of the character on a cliffhanger. The relevancy and importance arguments would be mitigated, and these would complement the other reasons to justify Sylux's possible inclusion. It will take time, however, and it won't happen immediately. It might not be an important character right now, but if revived properly, the character will likely be made so. Overall, Sylux has the markings of a Smash newcomer, more so considering it hails from a series seen as in need of one. It should iron out any shortcomings with time and become a more feasible character to include, thus potentially granting the prestigious Metroid series another character after many years. Thank you for watching. This video was based on the written article of the same name, linked in the description, and is the first of a number of articles we plan to redo in video form. If you enjoy content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can likewise find me on Twitter, @Liquid12A, and the Source Gaming Twitter, @AllSourceGaming. Take care and have a nice day.